When we fast or eat very little carbohydrates, the body first uses up stored glucose from the liver and temporarily breaks down muscle to release glucose. When I speak about weight loss to many of my patients, one of the more common questions I get is, can I try keto diet to lose weight? Is keto diet safe? Would you recommend keto diet? Despite all the hype about keto diet, a ketogenic diet is not something new. In 1920, keto diet was introduced as an effective treatment for epilepsy in children in whom medication was ineffective. A keto diet emphasizes on high intake of fat. It involves drastically reducing carbohydrate intake and replacing 70 to 80% of daily calories with fat. So here is the basics of keto diet. Our main source of energy for all cells in the body is glucose, which we obtain from eating carbohydrate foods such as grains, legumes, fruits and vegetables. Keto diet, on the other hand, aims to force our body to use a different source of energy, called the ketones. The liver produces ketone bodies from fat, which can be used in the absence of glucose. The brain needs a steady supply of glucose, about 120 grams daily, as it cannot store glucose. When we fast or eat very little carbohydrates, the body first uses up stored glucose from the liver and temporarily breaks down muscle to release glucose. When this continues for 3 to 4 days and stored glucose is fully used up, the body then starts to use fat to produce ketones as its primary fuel. Burning fat is definitely what we want and seems like an ideal way when we want to lose weight. However, getting the liver to produce ketone bodies may be a little complicated. Firstly, it requires one to deprive themselves from carbohydrates. That means taking only about 20 to 50 grams of carbs per day. Bear in mind, one medium-sized potato contains approximately 35 grams of carbs. Next, how soon ketosis happens varies from person to person and depends on factors such as body fat percentage and resting metabolic rate. Because the keto diet focuses on a high fat intake, individuals need to include fat at each meal. Ketogenic diet plans permit intake of foods high in saturated fat, such as fatty cuts of meat, processed meats, lard and butter, as well as sources of unsaturated fats such as nuts, seeds, plant oils and oily fish. What about proteins? Proteins are part of the keto diet, but there is no specific preference between lean protein foods and protein sources with high saturated fat such as bacon, beef and pork. But you should not eat too much protein because eating too much protein can interfere with ketosis. And what about fruits and vegetables? Generally, all fruits are high in carbs content, so you got to avoid or minimize intake of most fruits. Berries in small amounts are probably acceptable. Vegetables are also fairly high in carbs, therefore your vegetable choices are restricted to leafy greens, onions, garlics, cucumber, celery, bell peppers, cauliflower, broccoli and mushrooms. Now that you know what is a ketogenic diet and how it works, let's speak about the risk of keto diet in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone! If you like today's video, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my weekly videos where I shall be empowering you to lead a healthy life. You can also follow me on my Facebook or Insta to get daily health tips and recommend to your loved ones as well. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or feedback, or even any topics that you would like me to discuss, feel free to type in the comment box. Thank you for watching.